Shelley Belly Machiavelli. Welcome to Shadow Daddy Groupies. I'm Raven.
And I'm Kelly. And today we are going to talk about When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker. If you are a fan of epic fantasy with unique and vast world building, an MMC who yearns, a hyper independent FMC who loves to cuss and stab things, then this book is for you. Rave is a bounty hunter with a deep hatred of the crown. When she is caught and sentenced to death, her salvation and maybe ruination comes in the form of Khan. Khan is in soul-crushing mourning over the death of his love. He searches for the shards of a fallen moon, a quest to assuage his broken heart. When he stumbles upon Rave, his world is turned upside down. I told myself 5 times that I was not going to mispronounce a sage, and I just did. Uh,
I am just gonna
uh-oh.
go ahead. What?
No, I'm just laughing at myself.
It was fine. You corrected it.
I don't
Trigger
know if I did.
warnings. Trigger warnings. Violence, including battles, injuries, and death, grief and mourning, trauma and emotional abuse, physical abuse and torture, blood and graphic injuries, death of loved ones, depression, despair, and hopelessness, PTSD and trauma response, references to suicide and suicidal thoughts, captivity and imprisonment, manipulation, coercion, romance and emotionally intense themes, sexual content, adult open door scenes, strong language. I feel like I just read the warnings for a drug. Like these are the side effects for this drug. Ah, okay.
Okay, I did not um write down all of the names of the characters, so I'm looking it up right now. But I this is my second read through of the book. I read this book over a year ago. So I think that one, I forgot a lot of things about this book other than the very beginning and the very end.
Hmm.
So rereading it felt not necessarily like the first time, but I forgot I had forgotten a lot of things about it. And I did pick up on a lot more, I think, Easter eggs and little things that I don't think I picked up the first time. But this is your first time reading it. So tell me, Raven, what did you think of the book?
Okay, I have a lot of notes. I have a lot
Great.
of questions that I need to
Great. Go
I
ahead.
need these answers and this discussion before I decide if I'm going to book two or not. Um, the beginning was so hard for me to just power through. My goodness, it was difficult. But once it got going and the like when she was like in the cell and all that stuff started happening, then I was getting a little excited and I was like, all right, I'm on this. And then
I
like
think if you feel that way about When the Moon Hatched, you're probably going to have a really hard time with Crescent City. I think, in my opinion, Crescent City is worse than When the Moon Hatched, but go ahead.
it I also let me just I just want to say I also was not in a normal state of mind because of my medications and stuff. So that could also be a problem. I would read it again just to get more details and answers to these questions. Um, it was okay when it got good. When it got good, I was like on board and I couldn't put it down. I um I gobbled it up last night, like until like 2 a.m. Done. I was like, damn, that sucks. Now I have 100 questions for Kelly. All right, I'm glad you reread. Besides that, it was okay. Pretty good. I have, yeah, just so many questions. Okay. Are you ready?
Ready?
First off, are you gonna read the second book?
Yes, did not want to read the second book before we did our podcast, and um, this is not a reflection of you, but I've been dying to read it, and I've been really pushing Raven to finish this book so I can fucking read the second book already.
I appreciate you waiting. I that's why told you last night I want to wait until I figure out what the fuck is going on. So you're pretty familiar with all the stuff that's laid out in this, right?
I
Uh,
sure hope so. Hit
I
me
sure
up.
hope so. Okay. Oh wait, that's Direbound. Let me go down, down, down. Oh yeah, here we go. Oh, oh yeah, that's a long one. Okay. So first question, is it Can? Kane?
Um,
It's Kane for me. It's gonna be
it's
Kane.
Con.
Okay, Con. I said that once too. I was like, maybe it's Con. Okay, does Con know Kazari is his?
No, but his sister now knows.
How? Because she read the diary.
Yes.
Ah, ha, ha. Look, looky there. Look, I just put that together. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. I'm gonna save that question for the end. So technically, Rave died during childbirth, and her dragon was so upset. Salatra took her body, tried to calcify it in time, but failed and shattered somehow, and Rave was reborn or perhaps possessed or right now I'm questioning whether it's even her, whether Rave is even Rave. I I have questions on that. I'm gonna leave that there.
Do you want me to answer that or not?
I might have more that go with that.
Okay, well, let me just say this one thing. Khan at one point tells the reader that he thinks that Salatra infused Rave with healing and that maybe she wasn't completely dead when the dragon took her to the sky. And then when the healing was complete, that's when the moon fell. That was his theory, but we don't know for sure.
Okay. 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 So I did kind of get that. Um, who the fuck are the others? And why now do I feel like Rave's been possessed? Or did I read that wrong? Or somebody's not right. Who's the others?
I have no idea what you're talking about. What do you mean the others?
You didn't read the epilogue or the ending?
I read what was given to me. I don't know.
Okay, that's yeah. You gotta get in there and read that because that's big. That's real big. And now I'm like, what is the last part that you of the book that you remember? Was it that guy, the nubby finger guy, Wreck Trek?
Rec Zaros. Uh-huh. What about Rec
Was
Zaros?
that his? Wasn't that the last part of it where he was, or is that the epilogue? What was the last part you remember?
I don't know. I finished it 2 weeks ago.
Okay, well, the epilogue has some stuff in it that I gotta ask some questions about.
Okay, well, apparently my version didn't have that, so I don't know what to tell you.
It's okay. I think KU has it if you go to the very back and um,
I'm 99% sure KU doesn't have it.
that's where I read it.
Really?
Hmm.
Mm. What
That
about the
is,
second one? Why did I buy it if it's going to just be on KU?
did you buy it? Oh, the
Yeah.
second one, I don't know when that's gonna. what the deal is with that one.
No, mine doesn't say that when the moon hashes on KU.
I have mine right here.
Oh, yeah. No, you're right. It is. I don't know why it doesn't have a little tag.
Okay.
No, when
Wait,
I go to borrow it from KU, it tells me I have to buy it.
is your Amazon thing set up
Maybe
correctly?
not. Maybe not. I don't know.
I can just screenshot all the pages and send them to you.
All right.
Um, yeah, we'll have to discuss that on another time. Now, I do want to say I love a pillow princess. I feel very seen. She did a lot of pillowing and laying down, which is great. I loved it. Good for her, girl. And it was great. She didn't put any work into it. He put all the work in. That was fantastic. Nice twins. Okay, so I rated these stars for this. Rated different things by stars. So the tension and yearning. I gave it 5 stars.
Mm,
I gave
yeah.
it 5 stars. And this man is kind of like my what's the one guy that I really, really like from the last book we read? From Metal Slinger.
Mm-hmm.
Acker. He's in the
Mm-hmm.
Acker and the Gods and Monsters category
Yeah,
for me.
I have been kind of resisting talking about Khan because I didn't want to ruin him for you, but he's definitely up there with Luther Corbois for me. I just haven't been talking about him because I didn't want to ruin him for you.
Yeah, he's a dick. Love it. All right, world building. I give that 3.5 stars.
Mm,
It's it's like messy, but it does play out eventually, but I feel like you just get so much information all at once that's not necessary that to throw it all in your face when you can just like
mm.
sprinkle it in. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I guess I could see that. It is a lot of world building. Um, Honestly, I feel like there's only one book off the top of my head that has like the author did a really good job of not of doing intense world building without overwhelming the reader, and that was Imani Aru from that did Heavenly Bodies.
That
But
was
I
great.
mean, Sarah J. Maas does it. She like her world building is very intense. Um,
It
I- I just feel like this is not an uncommon way to write a book.
uh-uh.
So it's like to me, it was like, okay, it's just, same thing with Penn Cole and the first Spark of the Everflame book. It's just a lot of world building. And when you have a book with that many layers, like I get why you do it that way. So I guess it wasn't new to me or it wasn't unexpected to me, but I think that it is interesting world building, like with the dragons and the moons and the
I
different um
there's a
political
lot.
system and the little note birds. Oh my God,
Like,
that almost made me
oh,
cry
I
when
know
the
I
note
did.
bird
I know I
went
did.
back to her daughter. I was like, "Ah," choked up.
When the notebird went back to her daughter, that was the
The little bird, the little
yeah, yeah, I know what it is.
me, yeah,
Went back
me,
to
Kaisari.
that's so cute. That's what the letter is that she got.
She was like, "Oh, knee has been bothering me for years and years, and it's not meant for me. And I don't know why this little note won't leave me alone, but it's definitely not for me because I don't know anyone." And then
Hmm.
before she leaves, she sends it back to sender. And at the end of the book, it ends up in the dungeon with Kaisari.
Hmm.
She wrote it to her dead mother, but her mother wasn't dead.
Oh, that's right. She doesn't know her mom's alive.
No.
Oh, that's fucked up. It's gonna be a shit show now. I might have to read the second book.
Yeah, and so okay, I guess that's what I remember. The last thing I remember would be there is a fourth Rhaegar brother, a half brother,
Mhm.
that for some reason tortured Rave, but we don't know why or for how long. And then now has Kazari and is some sort of like has some sort of fire magic that he tortures Rave with, and that's why she's so scared of fire.
That's why, yeah, I remember the dream and the fire going, licking up her leg and all that stuff. Um, See, these little things like the no knee and all these things, if I read it again, it would probably all like fall into place and make sense. But I'm glad you're here. Vera's character, I gave her 3 stars. She's annoying. She was a
Who?
little Vera. I don't Vera. I don't know why I said Vera. Raves. Raves character. Three
Mm.
stars. She's annoying. She
She was a little annoying to me too.
like God. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave. Goodbye. 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 Oh, but fuck me first. Fuck me first. Shut the front door. I
Okay,
was annoyed. I was very annoyed with her indecisiveness.
especially since Khan just wants to love her.
Khan's
I'm like,
character,
let me love you, you stupid bitch.
get back here and let me love you. I mean, why would you argue about that woman? Khan's character, 5 stars. I would have loved to have seen more of him in the book. I'm not gonna lie, I wish there was a little bit more Khan in the book because he was better. His character is better than her character. And anyways,
Have you seen those reels of uh Sarah A. Parker book signings? And someone goes, Khan makes a lot more sense when you meet her husband, and he's like helping her sign books, and he's like basically Khan in real life. He's like this giant Nordic man. Have you
no,
seen that?
no, but we're all picturing her husband now.
I mean, he's blonde and Khan is not, but other than that.
Overall, complex but not impossible. A lot of names and terms that they spit at you in the beginning, because a lot of like the moon plumes and the different dragons and stuff like that, and the different areas. I was at the beginning, I was like, "What? What is a moon plume?" And like, there was a lot. It was a lot that was handed to me, but it finally worked itself out, which is great. Um, I do like the constant character POVs, like the rapid switching that she was doing a little bit towards the end.
Mm. I
I'm
actually didn't like that much when she started introducing um the point of view of the sister. Um,
there's
Was it Essie? No, Essie's the one that died. Um,
Vera,
Vea. Yeah.
Vera. Yeah, I that was fine, but they also put in there like the one guy, just one chapter of him. I mean, but it was kind of nice. The end was a little like, what the fuck? Um, I'm Team Leary. Love Leary. I cried. Leary is the dragon, the moon plume that was
Oh,
abused.
those abused by Rex Zaros, who
Huh.
I'm so not a fan of.
How dare you make me cry? Damn it. Um, and I gotta find out who the fuck the others are, so you're gonna have to figure that one out. Spice, fantastic. Loved it. It was great. It did what it needed to do.
On my reread, I thought the one scene where she put up the like wind wall thing was a little weird. I don't know why,
Or
but it
she,
just seemed
I,
to like she was like leaving and then she didn't leave.
and then she,
And then she just started touching herself, but he
with the
couldn't touch
wind.
her. Yeah. I don't know. It just felt like that should have come earlier. I I don't
Well,
know.
she did specify that she was like wanting to go again and again, and that I think she was just trying to get as much as she could while she was kind of doing it to distract them from having the conversation.
Hmm.
That's
Which
what.
they never had. So she still doesn't know that she has a daughter. He let her leave without telling her, and he kept saying he wasn't going to.
Hmm.
But at the same time, I don't know. I have mixed feelings about how that went down. Obviously, she did it as like it's going to come up in the second book. There's going to be some sort of like big reveal plot, whatever, that's why he didn't tell her. But I just think it's weird that he spent so much time being like, I need to tell you this, and then didn't tell her.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm waiting for that. Okay, so what I'm talking about when I refer to the others is chapter 88. It's not in the end. So I think you did read the whole thing, but chapter 88, I
And I downloaded another Kindle Unlimited book and it let me just fine. So I don't know why it will not give me When the Moon Hatched.
what did you read it on? Or did you listen to it?
I did. I listened to it.
Um, yeah, because this one is
Are you only allowed to borrow it once? Because I borrowed When the Moon Hatched, the Kindle edition before.
hmm, here's what I'm gonna do.
And it's not downloading in my Kindle. So I don't know.
I got you, girl.
But the Ballad of Fallen Dragons also does not say Kindle Unlimited on it.
So I'm recording my screen. I'm just doing page by page, so you can just pause it. Make sense?
Yeah, and you're gonna send it to me and then it's gonna jog my memory and then we're gonna talk about it.
We can, yeah, absolutely. We can
Is
totally.
that what you want?
I mean, I would love to talk about it. I mean, if you're gonna remember much of it right now. Pow, pow, pow.
I just
I'm
don't understand
gonna
why
pause this.
it won't let me borrow it.
There you go.
Yes. Okay, I totally remember the other. It comes up a few times. It comes up like in the beginning of the book and when
I,
she attacks those like soldiers on the wall or the guards on the wall where she says she blacks out and the other takes over. And I guess I have a couple of theories about the other because it's kind of like some sort of like split personality thing, right? Is that like her my one of my theories is that her trauma was so intense that um it like created like a block or like a separate entity. And so to deal with intense situations, this other part of her, this other personality like takes over. But it also has to do with her magic, like part of her magic um like takes over.
mhm.
And when she was so Kazari wears the crown and in the crown is a trapped god. So there's like a bunch of gods, right? And there was like this one god that the other gods trapped in this stone, and the stone is in the crown.
Mhm.
And in order to keep him trapped in the crown, it has to have a human host, basically. So Kazari is not allowed to remove the crown lest she dies and the god escapes. But so that's why we know that Rave died,
Mm-hmm.
or her, I forgot her other name, died because they were able to remove the crown. And you can't remove the crown unless you're dead, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's how they know she was dead. But she wasn't really dead. So she still has like part of the god trapped inside of her.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of like takes over sometimes. It's like a different magic that she can like utilize, but it's not really her magic, but it is her magic. And so the question is, can Kazari take off the crown? Because Rave wasn't really dead when the crown was like removed from her head. So is the crown really still permanently attached to Kazari, or does Rave need to put the crown back on her head in order to get the other, or this like part of the god that's stuck inside of her, um, to like leave her? But I don't know, because they also said that I think they said Kazari hears voices, like she hears the crown. So I think when you wear, and I think Rave said something about her mom heard voices. So like whoever the wearer is gets like can hear the god, and the god kind of like makes them go crazy a little bit. I don't know. It has to do with the stone and the god that's trapped inside the stone that's in the crown.
Well, because they can hear, but the thing is they can hear the other gods if they have the thing, like rain or whatever. I don't know. The way I read it,
Right.
I was like, what are you talking about?
Okay, so you have the gods,
I know
right?
what you mean.
And each person that has like the magic of one of the god can speak to them. And
Hmm.
so like Khan only can speak to two gods, Boulder and one other one. And Rave has like three, I think Claude, and Boulder and whatever. She doesn't have Igneous. She doesn't have the fire, right?
No.
Okay. And so you have these gods, and when you have their magic, they can talk to you. But if you don't have the magic, they don't talk to you. But there's this other god, right? It's like the fifth god or sixth god or something that no one has except if you wear this crown with this stone in it where the other gods had trapped him. And so she's kind of still infected with that god because she wore the crown for so long. But then it was also removed from her head, but the god's still kind of stuck inside her.
Okay, so I think the god was Undercity. Um, and here's what it said. He doesn't know about rain, doesn't know it's actually four. Neither does the one she loves, the other having gone out of her way to absorb Igneous spitting, scolding tune, so it doesn't trigger her strong but delicate host.
Mm.
Until she's ready, she tilts her head and the motion smoothly and listens. Do you know how it feels? For moon plume of skin on sun rays.
Okay, you're mumbling. Stop
It's
talking.
not, it's okay.
Okay. So, okay, yeah. Well, that was part of the reason that the king married her off to one of his sons is because she had really strong magic. She could talk to a lot of gods.
Hmm.
Plus, she had the crown, so she had the access to that god. And he, for whatever reason, thinks Khan is not strong enough because he only talks to two gods or something like that. And that's why he was like, you can't be with him. You have to be with one of my sons that talks to three gods.
Listen, Khan is strong enough, baby. He's
To
so
rip
strong
off
enough.
your head, he ripped off his dad's head, and that's
I
how he killed him.
love it. I love it. I love a territorial man, especially when they were in like the crater. I just,
Yeah, that whole thing was kind of fun.
I kind of liked it.
It was gruesome.
For
She's like,
some,
wait a second. I'm not marrying you. And then the guy was like, yes, you are. And tries to cheat. Big cheater, cheater.
the freaking snake.
And then
Uh,
Khan sweeps down and rips the guy's head off and is
is
like, she's mine. And at
marrying
that
my
point, we don't really
woman.
know their backstory. Their backstory was so cute. I loved
Um,
it.
yeah, there's a lot to it.
It was very traumatic,
Yeah,
but
there's
in
a.
like a way that I really liked.
I'm gonna give this book a 4, maybe 3.8, but a 4 is fine. I don't know how I feel. There's things I want to know, but I feel like I want to do a complete reread again to absorb this
Honestly, maybe you should.
and then do the second book.
I
But
feel like I got a lot more out of it the second time around.
we'll see.
And Kalia Books also said the same thing. She was like, I didn't want to do a reread. I was really resistant because it's like 600 pages. I just wanted to, move on, but it'd been a long time and blah, blah. And then she was like, I'm so glad that I did a reread. And that was part of the reason. I mean, I already knew I wanted to do a reread, but that was also like, I was like, okay, this is the right decision to do a reread.
Hmm. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. And we need to let's land the plane
Okay.
so this video doesn't go too long. I have to edit. See you next week. Bye.
That was a weird
Bye.
way to end it.
Bye.
You didn't even ask me what I rated it.
Oh, you didn't. You know. What'd you rate it, Kelly?
No, it's fine. We're done. Bye,
What'd you rate
guys.
it, Kelly? What did you rate it, Kelly? What did you rate it? 5?
I actually don't know if I would rate it a 5, but I would definitely at least rate it a 4.5. I really liked it.
I, yeah. I figured you were probably a 5. I thought you said that at the beginning, what you rated it. My bad. What was your favorite part?
It doesn't matter. I'm too tired to do this.
It's okay. Have a great day, guys.
Bye.